Hey guys, a long time no speak. I'm back with another video for you guys. Today I am doing KFC chicken bowls, but no KFC. Let me tell you something. You want something that your kids are going to eat? You want something that you are going to enjoy? You definitely don't want to miss this cheesy, delicious recipe. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Get into this chicken. I got my chicken from Whole Foods because you know they making fake meat out here. I don't got time to be eating cardboard and whatever else they make their chicken out of these days. So get you some chicken from wherever you want to get chicken from. I got mine from Whole Foods, like I said. I got chicken breasts and we're gonna cut them up into bite-sized pieces. And yes, I am using a paper plate instead of a cutting board because I am a mother. And as for me and my house, we are using paper plates because I refuse to keep washing dishes, okay? Use what you like, but this is what I like, okay? Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna get into these seasonings. Your chicken is nice and washed. It's cut up into bite-sized pieces. Now we gotta add some flavor to it. So we're gonna start off with some Lawry seasoning salt, but use whatever seasoning salt you like. I'm going in with some black pepper as well as some Grace's cock seasoning. Let me tell you something. Grace did their big one with this cock seasoning. You don't want to sleep on it if you have access to it. They usually sell it at Acme, but maybe they got it on Amazon too if they don't have it in your local grocery store. All right, now we're gonna go in with some onion powder, some paprika for color because it don't taste like nothing, and then we're gonna do some garlic powder. Lawry's makes the best garlic powder, but any garlic powder will do. And now we're gonna go into some freaky things. Okay, so we have some pickle juice over there. We have some half and half as well as some hot sauce. So I'm starting with mixing the seasonings all around, and then we're gonna get into the liquids. Alright, so now we're going to get in with our liquids. I'm starting with Frank's Red Hot Sauce. It's not spicy. It has like a little baby like sizzle to it. Nothing crazy. But I like to add that to my chicken for a little kick. And then we are going in with some kosher dill pickle vinegar as well as some half and half. Now this is a baker secret. If you don't have buttermilk at home, I believe you add a whole milk, or you take whole milk or half and half and add vinegar to it, and it creates buttermilk. So essentially that's what we're doing. We're making kind of like a buttermilk sauce for our chicken. It's going to tenderize it, keep it nice and juicy when we fry it. But, you know, if you're going to use it, make sure you leave a comment down and give me some credit for that information if you didn't know. All right? So now we're going to get into our flour base. So I'm using plain flour here. Okay? And then I'm going to go in with some fry mix. I got this fry mix from my local H Mart. And essentially, it just has cornstarch and potato starch in it. And what cornstarch and potato starch they do, they really make your chicken or whatever you're frying extremely crispy. So if you don't have fry mix or an H Mart near you, literally just put half cornstarch and half flour and you'll have the same thing. And then I'm going to go in with some Lawry seasoning salt just to give it a little bit of a not too much, because you know high blood pressure is a thing, so you don't want it too salty. Okay, and we done seasoned that chicken up, so you don't need too much seasoning in your flour. All right. And fun fact, if you over season your chicken, using plain flour will help kind of dim down that extra saltiness. Just a fun fact. So I'm going to go in with my chicken and the flour mix. I am not going to rinse off that vinegar pickle mixture. Okay, I'm going to leave it nice and wet and moist, and I'm going to drop it right into the flour, and then I'm going to shake it up really good so all that chicken gets nice and coated. So what I like to do is I like to shake up my chicken initially, let it sit in the bag for a couple seconds, let it absorb what you done shook on it, and then shake it again. Okay? And then we can fry. Alright, so while my chicken was sitting, I peeled some potatoes, and now I'm going to boil them. Listen, there's only 2 of us in this house. We do not need a whole lot of potatoes. I got 3 large russet potatoes. Add some salt in that water. and then we're gonna boil that thing, okay? Boil them until they're nice and soft. Y'all know how to make mashed potatoes, but we'll get into that later. Now I have canola oil that I put into a pot or pan, and I'm just deep frying my chicken pieces. Y'all know how to fry chicken. So because this is chicken breast, we do not want to overcook our chicken. That's why most of us do not enjoy eating chicken breast. Let me tell you, chicken breast is delicious if you cook it right. You cannot overcook it, and it's so easy to overcook chicken breast. Look at how golden them little nuggets are. Girl, you did your big one with that one, okay? So I cooked my little chicken breast bites for, I want to say maybe 5 to 7 minutes on one side. And then when I flipped them over, I did 5 minutes on the other side. Also, get into that belly grill. That's when my little son was getting baked. He's here now, but I was such a cute little pregnant girl. All right, so now my chicken bits are done. I'm pulling the chicken out of the pan, and I'm letting the grease drip from them. I'm getting hungry looking at this. I need to make this again. So I forgot to record this part, but I made a simple pan gravy, which is literally the grease from the chicken, flour, water, and extra seasonings, and you cook until it makes a gravy consistency. We can get into an in-depth video if y'all want it. If you do, leave a comment down below so that I know. But yeah, I just made a simple pan gravy. Now we're gonna get into these mashed potatoes. I'm starting with a whisk, and I'm just mashing the potatoes. I made sure they were fork tender. And yes, overhead view. Thank you, Pastor Jerry. So I'm going in with some Kerrygold butter, about 3 tablespoons. Let me tell you something. Kerrygold butter is top tier. If you can't get your hands on Kerrygold butter, of course, any butter is fine. But this butter right here is just so rich and delicious. Like, I use it literally for everything. So get you some Kerrygold butter if you can, if you feel like splurging. I know we in a recession. You know, money is tight. Inflation is a thing. So get what fits your budget. But during this time when I recorded this video, which is when I was pregnant, which was the entire part of this year, we had money to afford Kerrygold, okay? So that's what we're using. So I'm just using my whisk to mash up the potatoes and get it into the consistency that I like. I like little lumps in my potatoes. It lets me know that I'm eating a real thing. But if you don't like little lumps in your potatoes, just keep mashing and whisking, and you'll see how that can happen. So I'm going in with some sour cream. That's a secret weapon, okay? Don't tell nobody I told you. But if you add a couple dollars of sour cream to your mashed potatoes, I'm telling you, it will elevate them like nobody's business. And you saw the brand I used. It was not no fancy brand at all. It was store brand sour cream, okay? And I'm using store brand half and half. All right, so I'm gonna go in and mix in some half and half and my sour cream with a spoon. All right, just to get it really incorporated. And then once that consistency starts to change and loosen up, then I'm gonna go back in with my whisk and get it a little bit smoother. It still has lumps in it, but not humongous lumps, all right? I know you see it. I know you see that arm work. Look at how creamy those potatoes are getting. And let me tell you, even though they're creamy, they still got little lumps in them. I cannot stress this enough. Little lumps, just I don't know. I like little lumps in a lot of things. I like little lumps in my grits too. I don't know. Maybe that's a personal thing. But I'm going in with some seasoning. Some Lari seasoning salt, some black pepper, some garlic powder, and I am whipping it, honey. Let me tell you something. I had one big arm and one little arm by the time I was done mixing this. Mixing mashed potatoes is not for the weak. super duper duper simple. I'm telling you, just butter in the pan, put that fire roasted corn. I use fire roasted corn. If you don't like fire roasted corn or you don't have that, you can use regular canned corn. Canned corn is just fine, but make sure that it's sweet corn. All right, you have a bunch of salty elements. You have your chicken, you have your potatoes, or I should say you have a bunch of savory elements. You have your chicken, your potatoes, and then we're going in with some sweet corn. The fire roasted corn is made from sweet corn, so it adds like a little sweet element to your dish. It doesn't make it sweet, it just balances out the dish really nicely. And really simple seasoning, salt, pepper, call it a day. I forgot to tell you guys to add cheese on top. But add cheese on top, and baby, you got a KFC bowl without the KFC. Honestly, it's better than KFC because you know where your hands have been, you know where you got your ingredients from, and it's just fresh and delicious. Who wouldn't want that? Okay, I talked enough. Thanks for watching. I love you guys. Leave a comment and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.